Hello everyone, welcome back to my home. I'm Kevin if you are new. I have waited 5 long years to have drip irrigation installed in my 2 food gardens. And later today, my contractor is going to come by to show me how exactly to install the new system. So I've ordered the drip lines and the adapters and the tees and everything else I need right from Amazon. I am so ready to do this. But before we head out to the garden, I want to make a sweet treat that we can enjoy later today with either coffee or tea. And the sweet treat du jour is good old peanut butter cookies. I need to preheat the oven. I think you will like these cookies because they only require 3 ingredients. Well, 4 if you add almond extract. And the recipe is on my website, which I will link in the description box below. And in order to see the description box, you simply click on the title of the video. I'm not using any fancy type of peanut butter. This is just regular, creamy supermarket peanut butter. And these cookies are gluten-free, if that's important to you. And to the peanut butter, I need to add some sugar and a large egg. You don't need any special mixing equipment for this recipe. I'm just going to use a spurtle to mix the peanut butter and the sugar and the egg together. Also, I want to add just a tiny splash of pure almond extract. The cookies are delicious with or without any additional flavorings. And I'm just mixing this with my spurtle here, and I want to mix until the peanut butter and the egg and the sugar become very thick. And we are getting very thick here. It's becoming very hard to stir this. And when you can stir no more, you know the cookie dough is ready. So now we can form this dough into 1-inch diameter balls. I'm using a cookie scoop here, but you don't have to. I should mention that this cookie dough freezes perfectly well. So if you'd like to make the dough ahead of time, you certainly can. And just bake it off whenever the mood for peanut butter cookies strikes. I plan to share these cookies with my contractor just to thank him for coming by to help me out with that irrigation system. These cookies do not spread much, so you can space them fairly close to each other. It's traditional with peanut butter cookies to flatten them with the tines of a fork, so that's what I'm doing now. My oven has preheated, so now we can bake the cookies just until they are set. That will take about 15 minutes. These cookies look and smell just fantastic. I'm going to let them cool on the baking tray for about 5 minutes. Then I will transfer them to a wire rack to cool completely. And as they cool, they will become crisp. And while we wait for the cookies to cool, I'm going to go ahead and grind up some coffee beans. So I think I will enjoy these cookies with fresh perked coffee later today. I have a small coffee grinder, but my Vitamix seems to do a much faster and more efficient job at grinding the beans. And this is coffee that I buy at Tierra Farm. I'm going to tuck this coffee into the freezer until I need it, and I'm going to clean up the mess I just made. And now these cookies are cool enough to transfer to the wire rack. And while we wait for John the contractor to arrive, I think we should taste of one of these cookies. I always find it amazing that we can make peanut butter cookies without any flour at all. There's only one overly large cookie here, so that's the one I'm going to try. So these cookies are soft in the middle, but they have a beautiful crisp edge. And I love the scent of that little splash of almond extract that we added. So peanut butter and almond go very well together. I'm still waiting on John to arrive, but I think we should head out to the garden so I can show you why I need to replace my current irrigation system. Also, I'm afraid if I stay in this kitchen, I will attack more of these cookies. They are truly delicious. So I'm here in the herb garden with John, and I wanted to show you my current irrigation system. It's these soaker hoses. Now, soaker hoses slowly weep water their entire length. The problem is they break down very quickly. What causes them to break down, John? It's
age, sun,
sunlight causes them to break down. They clog very easily just from dust. So they're just not very efficient. But the 1/4 inch drip lines that I bought have a drip hole every 6 inches. And from what I've read, and I did a lot of research on the 1/4 inch drip lines, they last and last for years. And people generally don't encounter problems with them. So we are going to replace all of these soaker hoses with the 1/4 inch drip lines. The first step to installing this drip irrigation is to remove the old soaker hoses. Fortunately, I already have a line of garden hose running to each raised bed, plus valves that allow me to turn the water on or off of any particular bed. John and I were amazed at just how easy the 1/4 inch drip line was to install. Once the soaker hoses were removed, John screwed the 1/4 inch adapter onto the regular garden hose. Then he plugged in T-connectors so that we could run long strands or fingers of drip tubing the full length of each bed. The drip tubing I purchased is equipped with an emitter, which is simply a reinforced hole every 6 inches. We used a plug or stopper at the end of each line. As I mentioned earlier, I purchased all of this equipment right on Amazon. It was not at all expensive. I can put a link to the materials we used in the description box below if you are interested. To hold the drip lines in position, we simply inserted landscape pins. The pins are galvanized and therefore rust resistant. When I turned on the water, it was great fun to see it drip every 6 inches in the raised beds. I think my plants will be very happy indeed. I've read that the best time to water plants is early morning, especially between 5 a.m. and 9 a.m. My 2 food gardens are on timers, so I do not have to worry about turning the water off. I've had this system in place now for several days, and I really do love it. In my opinion, drip irrigation is far superior to soaker hoses. And of course, drip irrigation is water-wise. Unlike with a sprinkler, the water goes just where it is needed, and that is at the roots of each plant. No water is wasted. John loved his share of the peanut butter cookies. Good news! We finished almost all of the drip irrigation for the raised beds, both here in the herb garden and up on the hill in the kitchen garden. So I just ran to the local farm store and look what I found. Zucchini, celery, and Benary zinnias. And now that I have the drip irrigation, I feel confident that we can plant these. The great thing about having the drip irrigation is I can see exactly where I have room to plant. And these zinnias will need quite a bit of space. I first want to amend the soil with some shredded leaves. These drip lines are very easy to maneuver. You can move them out of the way very easily. Shredded leaves are a great soil amendment. They hold many times their weight in water, and they turn even really poor soil into rich, fertile loam. So what kind of zucchini is this? The name is Raven. It says very dark green, open plants for easy picking, high yielding. I just remembered I want to dig in some of this balanced organic fertilizer. Now we can plant the Benary zinnias. The soil in this bed, I can tell, is very compacted. I mean, it's just forming dirt clods. And here again, shredded leaves to the rescue. Shredded leaves not only make the soil water-wise, they also help to aerate the soil. This is the, well, I don't know if you can see it, but these are the eucalyptus that you and I grew together from seed last winter. And the plants are growing, but they are growing very slowly. Here's another little one over here. The zinnia variety I am planting is called Benary Mixed. This variety is great for indoor flower arrangements. I forgot to tell you, these are the bells of Ireland that you and I started together from seed. And already they are starting to make their lime green blossoms. Here's one of the snapdragons that you and I planted together from seed. And I guess I forgot to pinch this one back, so we can do that right now. Pinching forces the snapdragons to branch out and to create more flowering stems. And I want to turn on the drip irrigation for about 30 minutes just to give these zinnias a good watering. I've decided that we should plant the celery down in the herb garden. So I already have some celery that you and I started together from seed, but they're growing very slowly. So I picked up some decent sized celery seedlings at the farm store, just in case the other celery doesn't make it. And I'm just loosening the roots here. And these are the carrots that you and I started. Now, when I was at the farm store, I asked them if they had any celery seedlings, and the gentleman said yes. And he brought me over to these seedlings. I picked them up, I purchased them. I'm looking at the plant tag now. It says celeriac, which is quite different, but we're going to plant them anyway. Celeriac is grown for its giant, is it a giant root? It's an unattractive root, but apparently it's mighty delicious. So we will have celeriac in our garden, in addition to regular celery. And we can experiment with some celeriac recipes. That will be fun. And now everything is planted. I think it's time for coffee and peanut butter cookies. So I have refilled or restocked my little cookie plate here. I've said it before and I will say it again. These cookies are downright magnificent and really so few ingredients. Peanut butter cookies, cafe au creme, perfect combination. It feels so great to have almost all of that drip irrigation installed. And I want to thank you for taking time out of your day in order to spend a few minutes with me. I cherish each and every one of you. And if you enjoyed today's video, I can put a couple of my other videos at the end of this one that you can enjoy between now and my next upload. Until then, please treat yourself extra well, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye for now, friends.